So I use public transport a lot. And by far I've got to say this is the worst experience I've ever had with public transport. The reason why this is probably the worst is because never before have I ever had to take parrots on a bus with me. They're not just a normal quiet type of parrots. These are wild, loud birds we're talking about. I had to take these parrots on a bus, and if you're asking me why I didn't take a taxi or I just drove there, it's because at that point, A, money was short, B, none of us drove. So there was no other option but taking a bus. Now, the backstory of why I'm taking these parrots is something else. So around this time, a new law came out saying that all parrots in this category had to be microchipped. Now, if you're a pet owner, you know what microchipped are. It's a rice grain sized chip which is inserted into the animal so it could be identified. And in my area there was only one vet that did this, and it was a vet in Huddersfield, which is an hour away from where I live. So there was 3 pairs and there were 3 of us going, me and both my brothers. So we were each carrying one box containing 2 parrots. We had 2 plans. The first plan was we were going to sit at the back of the bus in no one's eyesight, and this was a failure for many reasons. Let me first tell you what triggers the parrot. Any movement, any noise, any form of light going over the box would set the parrots off. Loud squawking noises from the back. Now, sitting at the back, all 3 of us was the dumbest idea we could have done, because if one of our parrots started making noises, it would just trigger the other boxes, and then it would just be chaos at the back of the bus. Every time we took a turn or there was any sudden noise, the back of the bus would sound like a jungle. Everybody on the bus would look back with anger, and that was embarrassing because we didn't know how to handle that situation. All 3 of us dressed so we could cover our faces anytime anyone looked back. The worst part was it wasn't just a surprise for the passengers, but it startled us too. We had a couple of minutes of silence. The minute we got to Huddersfield bus station, we ran out of the bus station into the town. That was because we knew the noise of the parrots would be drowned by the noise of the town. And instead of catching a bus, we just walked the rest of the 20 minutes to the vets, just to save ourselves some dignity. We used Google Maps and we realised that the vet was directly opposite a Lidl. So the Lidl was here and the vet was right behind this building. Once we got to the vet, we had a big sigh of relief. So now they could make as much noise as they wanted and we wouldn't mind. Everybody was sat there with their cats, dogs, hamsters, Pokemon. Once everything was done at the vets, we knew we had one more journey back. This time our plan was to sit separate, and in actual facts that worked better. So if one of our boxes started making noise, it wouldn't be heard easily by the others. We still had a load of people staring at us, but that was the worst bit over and done with.